Welcome in, race fans. This is Jason with First Gear Network, bringing you live coverage of the First Gear Racing Craftsman Truck Series from Indianapolis Raceway Park. We are currently at 10, looks like 11. We are at 11 trucks registered for tonight's race so far, and we're just over 22 minutes left to practice, so may have a few more straggle in here as we get headed towards qualifying. So thank you all for joining me tonight. We are going to bring you truck racing of 200 laps as the total lap count tonight. We're going to have stage breaks at the end of lap 60 and the end of lap 120. We're getting closer and closer. This is round 16 of the season. We've got a little ways until we get to the playoffs here. As we pull up the schedule, we currently have 4 races. Nope, sorry. 3 races. I can't count. We're the darn. 3 races, including tonight. So we race IRP this week. We're off next week for the holiday weekend. Back July 13th at Watkins Glen for road course racing, and then July 20th the regular season ends with week 18 at Richmond Raceway, and we get into the playoffs. So 3 more races to set the playoff field. Top 10 drivers make it into the playoffs based off of points. Current point standings for you guys. Get those pulled up here as soon as my system wants to agree. There it goes. So as you can see right now, Todd Smith is our points leader. He has a 37-point lead over Nolan Milnes in second. Another 5 back from Nolan is going to be the 13 of Kyle Heath, who I heard today he's not making it tonight. 4th place, Corey Crandall.
Not bad.
Lead commish, he just joined into the lobby, so he's racing tonight, and Corey's only 1 point behind Kyle for 3rd. Michael Kennedy is in 5th. He's only 1 point behind Corey, so tight battle 3rd, 4th, and 5th there. And then as you look down, Alex Fuller is in 6th. Joseph Klein in 7th. They're both here tonight. Trevor Benz in 8th. He's here. Ben Summerford is in 9th, and he is not racing tonight. Last I saw on the check-in, he's not racing tonight. So 9th place not here, 3rd place not here, and then 10th, Andrew Groves. He is out of town traveling to Montana, so he will not be racing tonight. So 3 of our top 10 drivers not in the field. Drivers below the cut line, Brendan Decker in 11th right now in the standings. He is in the field tonight. Ivan Deschamps, I don't see him. I'm not certain if he's going to make it tonight. Samuel Carter's not with us anymore. Mark is in 14th. Mark is here tonight, so still trying to chip away on gaining some spots. So Mark's got an opportunity to gain some tonight. Donald Ray is not here tonight yet. Jareth Walker is not. Trevor Gill is not with us anymore. Justin Sumner. Brian Hayberger, I haven't seen him in here tonight. And then Edwin James, he's in the field tonight. He's in 20th. He's only made 6 races so far this season out of the 15 that we've contested. So he's got room to go up the ladder. That's pretty much our field tonight. As we're, like I said, 3 races included tonight to run before the playoffs start. So there's still room, still time for things to shift and change a little bit. And we'll see how that happens tonight with some short track racing. Check in with standings currently as we're just coming 18 and a half minutes left to practice. Todd Smith, fastest truck on the track with best lap time of a 21.77 second lap. That's going to put him on top so far in practice. Michael Kennedy in 2nd in that 52 truck. He is at a 21.81. Alex Fuller just 100th off at a 21.82 in 3rd. Brendan Decker at 21.89, and for Trevor Benz 21.93 for 5th. So that's your top 5. Then you've got Nolan Milnes in 6th. Stephen Linger in 7th, Joseph Klein in 8th, Edwin James in 9th, Mark Allett in 10th, and Corey Crandall is currently 11th in the standings. But again, just under 18 minutes left to practice. These guys are getting some longer runs in, trying to figure out what their trucks are going to do for tonight's race, as we will have the customary 5 sets of tires in the pits, 1 fast repair, and the higher line seems to be IRP has a lower line there that's not really banked. The second, third lines have a little bit more banking. It's not a lot. It's darn near a flat track, but that little bit of added banking provides that upper line up near the wall really can be pretty fast. I think the hardest part I was hearing at the early part of practice tonight, drivers discussing about the trucks being tight on entry, and you don't want to slide up into that wall, because once it grabs you, it kind of catches you, slows you down a good bit. And then you have some understeer on corner exit because the truck is tight and it gets loose. So I guess more of an understeer entry, oversteer on exit, because it wants to rotate at that time when you're trying to come off of the corner. So we'll see how that plays tonight. We've seen trucks running a little bit lower, making things happen. I just don't see a lot of speed coming from that, but it all depends on how it wears these tires, and if these guys can take care of the tires on the trucks and manage them for the 200 laps we have tonight.
Middle pedal, Trevor.
I don't know what that is. All right, all right.
Riding along with the 84 Nolan Milnes right here, showing that little bit, kind of that second line, that middle groove, trying to work on that seam there just a little bit in between the dash lines, and even gets a little bit lower on exit at turn 2 there. Just trying to let the truck rotate so you can get a drive off and not be loose. Leader at the top, the 16 truck, Alex Fuller, just put down a monster lap, a 21.6968 it shows here on the tower. Great lap by the 16 truck. Taking advantage of getting a better feel for the truck, getting a better idea on entry and exit, track cooling down too is probably going to be a help for these guys for speeds tonight. As the sun goes down and the lights come on, this track will cool down. And the 16 still getting loose off the corner. Oh, just grazes the wall. Almost had it completely saved without even touching the wall. So these guys have got their hands busy tonight with these trucks. They're tight on entry, loose on exit. Don't want to get in the wall, don't want to spin out. So you're going to fight that middle ground all night. So it's going to be fun to see who goes looking for speed. Hey, it's Ben in the chat saying good luck to all the drivers. Wishing everybody good luck tonight. Ben, good to have you in chat. So far, we're still sitting at 11 drivers registered for tonight's race. We're getting close to the playoffs. 3 races left. Trying to get a little extra out of it on corner exit. It gets loose again. Harley Quinn's getting roughed up tonight. Immediately after the high line there in 3 and 4, comes down a little bit in turn 4 for that exit. Trying to be higher than the 31 going into 1. Up into the wall he goes. Kind of a bounce. Oh, the 31 spins out of 2. Smith just put down a 21.75, trying to get a little bit closer to Alex Fuller. Track seems super tough from what the guys were telling me early in practice when I jumped in and was talking to some of them. And I feel like my camera's messing with me again. Decker just went up to P3 on the board. 21.81. Mark Owlett out there on the track. He's moved up to P8 on the board. No, he's finding a little bit more speed here. Fast lap now at 22.10. Nolan Mills on track. Currently P6 on the timing and scoring. 21.97 is his fastest lap so far. Got 8 minutes left of practice as we're leading into qualifying here. In qualifying, it's just 2-lap session per driver. Fastest lap of those 2 laps will count for your session as long as you have no incident points, off tracks, wall taps, anything like that. So now we've seen these guys put in some pretty good long runs, and now we're watching them put in some shorter runs, just trying to get a good feel for what these trucks are going to do as we're closer to the conditions we will see in qualifying here in just under 7 minutes. Ben's back out on track in 33 National Guard. Great looking truck. See him entering down below that lower dotted line, sliding up the track, and then trying to rotate the truck back down. Gets tight though. Scrubs the wall out of 2. Does the same thing in turn 3. Tries to get down low. Let it push up, let it rotate. He's trying to keep it off the wall. That time he does out of turn 4. That lap was a 22.13. See if he can keep from hitting the wall this time, which he does. Out of turn 2, dives it down there into 3 again, lets it ride up the track. Let it rotate, come back down a little bit, straighten that exit, and now he's going to come across the line. 22.06. Way down on that lower line. Stays on the lower line, rotates it around the corner, then starts to push up on exit. All the way out to the wall, and this time by 22.21. I hear some tires spinning. Oh, maybe that was the 84 or somebody else. There's the 35, Corey Crandall. First gear racing on the side of that truck. Caterpillar on the hood. He's coming to pit road. Very treacherous to get the angle on this pit road entry, and then it's a long looping pit road. Kind of reminds me a lot of Martinsville. Even, I guess even for another reference point for pit roads, Dover. Another one that's long and kind of follows the contour of turns 3 and 4 on entry. There's Mr. Waffle House, Edwin James, coming out on track.
Sorry, Trevor. I thought you were going to get towed before I got you there. No need to say sorry, dude. You're fired.
Truck Joseph Klein coming back on a track, currently 11th on the speed charts with a 22.11 for his fastest lap. Now looking at total laps made, he's made 57 laps. Most likely a pretty decent run there. Joseph way down on the apron, even below that yellow line right next to the grass as well, in 3 and 4. Across the line, 23.14. Nope, gets loose in turn 2 there. pit road. And spins her out on pit road. Mark Owlett. Earlier we just had seen him in P8 on the charts. Now he's P10. Corey and Edwin have jumped ahead of him. 80 truck looking good. I know Mark really tries to work on the handling for this truck for these longer runs, right? To try to be prepared for what these stages are going to bring him. Try to take care of the truck, keep the fenders on it, keep the tires in decent shape so he doesn't lose grip during these late runs. And he's done a good amount of that today with 111 laps completed in this session. He's actually tied for most laps ran in the session with Todd Smith's at 111 apiece. How about the 31, Brendan Decker, again currently P3 on the charts. He's on track here with the 35 at Corey Crandall. You can see the 31 not wanting to push up on corner exit, had a little extra wheel in the truck, so when he got on the straightaway it jeered, kind of veered down, just not wanting to allow the truck to understeer and go into the wall or in the truck that was above him at the time. So that's just a little bit more wheel input. Let's see if he gets it smoother there. Yep, he does how to turn two. Under a minute left to practice. We are almost to qualifying, folks. Appreciate you guys riding along with me for tonight's race. That's going to be it for practice. Make sure I got my radios on. All good there. Gentlemen, just want to thank you all for coming and racing tonight. We've got 11 drivers in the field. We are scheduled for 200 laps here at IRP. Stage breaks at the completion of lap 60 and 120. 5 sets of tires in the pits, 1 fast repair. Good luck to all drivers, and let's have a fun race tonight. This is, including this race, we got 3 races left in the regular season. So good luck everybody tonight. And the track map disappeared. Things are broken. Turn it off and turn it back on. Nolan gets right out on track. I think a couple others have as well. Mark's right out on track. Joseph is as well. Trying to get my overlays to come back on. There we go. Lap 1, Nolan a 21.88. Mark's coming across the line, finishes his second lap. 22.3. Nolan with a 21.88 on the first lap will be the best. Joseph Klein getting ready to complete lap 1. P3, 25.88. Corey Crandall up to the top at 21.86 on his first lap. Joseph Klein comes across the line. 22.17 puts him P3. 35 must have had some contact maybe with the wall or just slowed her up. So that first lap was all she's got. Michael Kennedy is on track. This is his first lap. He's coming to the white flag, so we'll see where this puts him in the board as he crosses the stripe. P3, 21.95. See if he can make this second lap count. Gain any time on this second one. 21.94. Alex Fuller just took the green on his qualifying run. Second line there, 3 and 4. Fastest guy in practice earlier, so let's see. Yep, 21.74 on his first lap. Great lap for the 16 truck. And a spin out of turn 2. And another spin. And another spin. Controlled pirouettes in the 16 truck here in qualifying. Alright, so then that's going to put us next is going to be Trevor Benz going out on track. Trevor showed some speed in practice. Definitely was fighting the handling of the truck and trying to find that boundary, right? You try to find where that edge is, so you try to get in the habit of not crossing it. He spent some time working on that, but he definitely was picking up speed throughout the session. So we'll see what he does here on this first lap of qualifying. Running that second line, coming down just a little bit lower on exit of turn 4, and across the stripe. Trevor Benz, P1's 21.72. Great lap for Mr. T. Benz. He comes across the line to complete lap number 2. Anything left in the tank? That was a 21.9. Brendan Decker's gone across for his first lap at 22.38. Coming to complete lap number 2 now. Across the line, 21.97. That's going to put him P6 right now. 3 drivers left to qualify, and one of them is leaving out onto the track now, the 46 of Edwin James. The gingerbread man is on the track. Got Waffle House on that truck. Good looking truck. Got me still hungering to get to a Waffle House. Closest one to me is 390 miles away. I'm going to need that DoorDashed right now. Across the line, lap 1, P4, 21.86. Oh, looks like he may have gotten on the wall there. And yep, he's slowing up. So a little scrape with the wall. That is going to end that lap. So now it leaves Todd Smith and Steven Linger. And I'm not certain. I'm going to double check here if it allows me to. Steven Linger is not in the lobby. He left. So that's going to leave us 10 drivers for tonight's race. Steven has left and has not come back. Alright, so last car to qualify, the 66 of Todd Smith. We got 3 minutes left in the session. Everybody's made their lap. We'll see what Todd does here to try to put one on the board. See if you can get that top spot, take it away from Trevor Benz. First lap, P3, 21.81. He's got to find basically another tenth of a second. And the second lap is harder to find that, it seems like. Everybody's really
Yeah, going
been...
in too deep. Damn it.
And a spinner out of turn 4.
Yeah!
I had you, but screwed up. Good job.
I think Vin Diesel said it the best in Fast and Furious. You didn't have me. You didn't even have your car.
Perfect, yeah.
Looks like we're just going to have 10 drivers tonight, so easy points on the board for these stages and everything. So good luck, guys. Have a great race. Have some fun here at Lucas Oil. IRP, as I've grown up to know it. Great track, good fun racing, and talk to you guys afterwards. Good luck. Ben in the chat. That boating weekend made T-Benz fast. I agree. He came out. He got on earlier today, was doing some officials and playing around, and bought the track today and made some test laps. And he's like, man, I'm a weekend without racing. I'm ready to go. I want to go fast. And he has shown up here in qualifying, and he is on the pole. Great lap. We'll see how these drivers take off in the start of this race. Again, first stage is 60 laps. Seeing a lot of tire fall off earlier in practice. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how this race starts off tonight as these drivers prepare for 200 total laps here at IRP. I know I'm ready to see a show. Unfortunate we only got 10 tonight, but put on a good race nonetheless. Everybody is gridded up. All right, again, front row, Trevor Benz, Alex Fuller. Row 2, Todd Smith, Corey Crandall. Row 3, Edwin James, Nolan Milnes. Row 4, Brendan Decker, Michael Kennedy. And on row number 5, I've got Mark. I do not have Joseph. I don't have my track map again either, so I apologize. As it seems like when it goes through the sessions, it's locking out my track map. So while we're watching the start of the race, I will get that booted back up.
Green flag.
Green is out, and here we go. Let's go racing. 33 on the inside there. Gets a good start on the 16. 16's got that upper line, though. See if the 33 can get clear on corner exit. Really close. Side by side into 3 and 4. 33's trying to get that truck to rotate. 16's in the wall. That's going to give the room to the 33 to get up in front of him. Trevor Benz leads lap 1. Now we see, the 16 into the wall again. 33 back in that corner, up running that second line, up near the higher part of that second line. Kind of on and above the seam, trying to keep off the wall. See a lot of trucks there in the back, bouncing off the wall. Looks like Joseph Klein is coming out on track. There we go. He had a start from pits, maybe missed the grid up maybe. Pretty sure he was gridded up to begin with. Maybe he had to get back out, change the setup or something, and start in from pits. Take a closer look at this battle for the lead. Jump on the roof cam with the 16, Alex Fuller. He is hunting down that 33 of Trevor Benz. Trevor's starting to slide up a little bit in 1 and 2, running a little bit higher now than what he was the first couple laps. Not a big deal, but got to be ready for that truck to tighten up. It's going to push up closer to that wall. Now he cuts way down to the bottom in turn 4 for exit. 16 gets a little loose on exit, almost scrapes the wall. The 16's making pretty good speed up there on the top. Now he tries to do the same thing, follows Trevor down through turn 2, down a little bit lower exit. Now he shoots back up a little higher on entry of 3, gonna let it rotate. Stays almost in the tire tracks, maybe a quarter truck length higher. Now he starts in a lot higher. Trevor slides up, gets a little drive it in a little deep. Lets it rotate in the center, gets good drive off. That 33 pulls away a little bit down the straight. Then here's the 16, catching back up on entry. These two have pulled out a lead. It's 1.4 seconds back to Todd Smith in third. Again, these trucks have got to make it to lap 60 for the first stage. We have no incidents or anything like that through the beginning few laps. That 33 is way down near the apron. Total different line than what he started with. 1 and 2 here, he's back up in that middle lane. The speed these trucks have, I don't really know if you can call it dirty air, but the truck behind you could very well get a little tight based off of the air that does come off the truck in front of it. May not be as easy to get it to rotate in the center of the corner, and with these trucks already being tight, might be a little bit of a hindrance. 16's trying to stay patient, but now we've got the 66. He was 1.4 back, now he is 0.6 seconds off the lead, just 0.6. He is there, he's coming. Fourth place, Nolan Milnes, 2.6 seconds back. So the top three have gapped the rest of the field. Again, only 10 trucks in tonight's race. Smaller field than normal. See the 33 still able to get the truck to rotate in the center of the corner, get it to turn down. He's trying to stay off of flirting with that wall. Biggest thing you want to do here is not make that mistake. Any of these drivers, you don't want to, but we know we're going to see it. It's going to happen. It happened in practice a lot. All it takes is just one missed brake marker, one overdrive into corner entry, and these trucks will be up in the wall. And the same goes for exit, corner exit. You got to let the truck roll through the center, get back in the throttle and work it in, and make sure that you don't push out into the wall on corner exit. So if you get back in the throttle a little too soon, that could happen. As we see, the 66 gets by the 16 on the low side, takes second place. Todd Smith up to P2. That little battle let Trevor just get a few truck lengths of a lead, not a lot. As we see, oh, that looked like a hit for Alex there. That camera angle is really good for checking wall hits because it goes right in line with the wall out of turn 2 on the backstretch. All right, so let's go through the field here real quick. Trevor Benz, P1. He's led every lap from the pole. So he's getting closer and closer to that wall out of turn 2. Todd Smith has moved up to second. They're starting in third tonight. Alex Fuller down one spot to third. You've got Nolan in the 84. He is running in P4. He's got Michael Kennedy knocking on his back door. Both Nolan and Michael are up 2 spots apiece since the start. One of the drivers that's fallen back is 6th place. Corey Crandall down 2 spots from where he started. Being challenged by Brendan Decker right now for 6th. Then you have Edwin James back in 8th. He's lost 3 spots since the start. Mark Owlett is in 9th. And then Joseph Klein is in 10th, starting from pit road, still on the lead lap. Now the battle intensifies. Jump on the roof cam with the 66. See what he does here to try to attempt this pass on the 33 as the 33 rolls through the center, gets the nose down, drives off corner exit. The 66 carries it through the high side but loses it on exit to Trevor. Now he's going to follow Trevor and let it turn down and try to carry that same speed off the corner exit, which he does. Now he dives it in there, tries to slide up, let it rotate. If he matches it with Trevor, they'll be about the same gap. Yep. Good corner for the 66 there. Now he's going to try to do it again. He's going to try to get the 33 looking in his mirror. Make a mistake. Overdrive entry. It's very easy when you have a driver pressuring you for position to make a mistake. It's easy to get caught up in paying more attention to what you have behind you than what you have in front of you. 66 showed it in practice. He is super fast. Woo! Right there to the left rear of the 33. They are side by side. Down the straight, a 66 takes the lead on the inside of the 33. New leader, Todd Smith. Some really good racing right there. Short track racing at its best. See the 66 starting to pull away from the 33 now, showing that he definitely has just a bit faster handling truck right now. He's able to get it to manipulate itself really well in the center of the corner and get good drive off. And he's got clean air now, so that clean air also can help that handling of that truck. He was fast enough to get through second and first place, get by both of them with a little bit of dirty air. Now he's got that clean air. Now we're going to see that truck probably excel a little bit and pull out to a lead. Now at the 33's gotten in second. He's sort of in dirty air, but Todd's already pulled out to a bit of a lead. .2 seconds is the gap. We're on lap 27 so far of tonight's race. Again, these drivers are racing to the completion of lap 60 for the end of stage 1. Battle back here for 4th. Nolan and Michael side by side, so close together. The 52 unsuccessful in trying to make this pass down on the low side. They're both being super respectful. There's been no contact, but it's hard to get that truck to rotate on the bottom to make a pass. So.
I'll stay about 40 truck. I can't take it to sit out. Thank you, brother.
Joseph Klein over the radio, letting the leader know, go on by. He was giving him room. Just unable to get the get it figured out for tonight. So tough night for the 14. He is the only truck a lap down though, so caution, or we get to the end of the stage, caution. He's the only one a lap down. Get that lap back. Try to work on it and make it better for tonight. Still a lot of racing to be had. 80 is the next one to be caught by the leader. He's 18.5 seconds back. You can see on the track map he's roughly 3/4 of a straightaway in front of the 66. In front of him we've got a good battle here again for 7th. Brendan and Corey battling it out. We saw this further up ahead with the 52 and the 84 just a little bit ago. We were watching that. Trying to get power down there on that bottom, but it's just so hard. The truck does not want to turn. It is just a bit flatter down there. There's less banking on that low line right there. If you get the left side tires on it alone, it'll help the truck turn a little bit, which you saw Corey use there on the corner exit of 4, but it's hard to make time and speed down there when you get all 4 tires down on it, because it just wants to slide you right back up the track. That 31 is trying his darndest to get underneath the 35 and get that position. Same thing here for the 84 and 52, still battling it out. It's right along in the 52 with Michael Kennedy. Here I'm just working that throttle, trying to manage that as best he can. You want to put the power down really hard here, and it's tempting, but the truck doesn't like it. So just an update, the 80 has gotten lapped by the 66. The 66 has pulled out to a 7.5 second lead over second place Trevor Benz. Stretching that lead. Fast truck tonight for Mr. Todd Smith. And 84 and 52 are catching the 16 and the 33. There was about a 3-second gap, 4-second gap between these guys 15 laps ago, but it's not there anymore. They are catching. Oh no, the 16 hard into the wall twice. That's heavy damage maybe, or nothing at all. Nothing's been registered on my end, so timing and scoring doesn't see any heavy damage. We're going to see the 84 and the 52 get to the back bumper of the 16. We'll see what happens when they catch him here, as the 66 is stretching that lead out almost 9 seconds. Long run speed is on fire for Mr. Todd Smith. He is still 9/10 off of his fastest lap of the race, like still carrying good speed, while everybody else is 1.5, 1.6. It's a pretty big gap for the rest of the field on their speed, their time, so. Oh, Trevor scrapes the wall out of turn 2. The 16 has got to deal with the 84 and 52. The 52 is using the 16 as a pick. Now the 84 makes it 3 wide. They make it out of turn 4. No damage, no harm. What are they going to do here in 1? The 52 super low trying to slide up, slide job in front of the 84 and the 16. Michael Kennedy up to 3rd with an impressive pass. That was really good driving by all 3 drivers. Ooh, 16 into the wall again. Still no list of damage to that truck, but I gotta assume that right front tire is worn out. Now the 52 is right on the back bumper. The 33 looks to the inside. They are 11 seconds back of Todd Smith. Todd Smith is on fire, and we still have 15 laps left to go in this race. He's about to lap the 35 and the 31. As we see this battle, 52 has gotten second place. Now he's trying to get by Joseph Klein in the 14. Nolan, oh, big hit for Trevor into the outside wall. Another hit for the 16 back there into the outside wall. These trucks are angry. The 84 gets by the 33 for 3rd place. Checking with Todd as he's gotten by the 31 and the 35. That leaves us 6 trucks on the lead lap. And we are coming to 12 to go in the stage. This 66 just turned it on. He has got an 11-second lead over Michael Kennedy. The rest of the field just feeling the tire wear, and it's dropping off. These trucks are getting unbearable. The 31 and 35 are still side by side. They've gotten lapped by the leader and still battling it out side by side. Trying to fight for that lucky dog now. That position was just a place on the grid before Todd got to him, and now it's who's going to get the lucky dog when this caution comes out. And the 31 gets by the 35 and gets clear. Michael Kennedy, though, staying about 11.3, 11.4 seconds back of Todd Smith, trying to keep that distance equalized as Nolan has fallen back a little bit from Michael now. He's a couple seconds back. Trevor Benz, after getting passed by both of those guys, is in the clutches of the 16. And this is a battle for 4th and 5th. Alex Fuller looked to have momentum early, fell back a little bit, got passed by the 84 and 52, and now he's back to the rear bumper of the 33 again. See the 14 into the wall there. Here comes the 46 as well. Edmund James is throwing his hat in the ring here for 4th and 5th. Oh, the 14 right down in front. Looks like Edmonds had a few blinks. I've got that recorded right. It's not on my end. Checking my end. Nope. No drop frames measured. Here's the 16 down on the apron trying to make things happen against the 33. Oh, the 16 just fishtailing it out of turn 4. We have 7 laps to go in this stage. These guys are sending it. Now it's down to 6 as the 66 has already crossed the stripe. He is coming. With the laps that are left and the rate that he's moving, he's got a chance he may catch Joseph Klein again and put him a 2nd lap down in the stage. Hanging on. 16 is under attack from the 46. Edwin has got to that rear bumper. That 66 is moving. These guys have got to get going. They have a big mistake. The chances of going a lap down here are big. So right now, current lucky dog position is the 31 of Brendan Decker. 16 and the 46 side by side for 5th place. 46 has what you would call the preferred line and uses that outside line to get by. Alright, let's check in. Todd Smith, 2 laps to go. One lap to go in the stage. 66, 13.9 seconds ahead of 2nd place. Throttle down. Foot on the neck. Saying, you guys have got to figure it out if you want to catch me tonight. That truck is on rails. And Todd Smith crosses the line. Complete stage number 1. Close battle for 5th. This will be the end of the stage.
Caution's out.
Trevor Benz.
Yeah, did my radio sound bad out there?
Gets the edge out there over Edwin James for 4th. See Todd Smith slowed up here behind the pace truck. So congrats to Todd Smith, stage 1 winner. Pits are open as he dives down. Michael Kennedy 2nd, Nolan Milnes 3rd, Trevor Benz 4th, Edwin James 5th, Alex Fuller 6th. Those 6 trucks finished on the lead lap. 7th, Brendan Decker. 8th, Corey Crandall. 9th, Mark Owlett. 10th, Joseph Klein. Todd Smith gets done with his service. By the time Trevor makes it, he had such a big lead. And that pace truck is coming around pretty quickly, so these guys are gotta get off pit road. 31 having issues. He's the lucky dog. He was supposed to get around, but now he's gonna go a lap down. Yeah, that's tough break for the 31 trying to get in his pit stall. That time lost there. He had to service his truck and he lost the lap he just gained back by being the lucky dog. So that still is just going to leave us 6 trucks on the lead lap. 10 trucks in the race. All right, 1 to go till stage 2 begins. This will go to lap 120. Front row's going to have Todd Smith, Michael Kennedy. Row 2, Edwin James, Nolan Milnes. Row 3, Alex Fuller, Corey Crandall. Row 4, Mark and Joseph. Trevor is going to be on row 5. Todd gets a start. He gets to decide when we go.
Green flag.
Green is out. The 31 changes lanes before the start-finish line. Best chance for the 52, the 84, the 46, trying to get something on Todd Smith here, but Todd is... Oh, the 35 is loose.
Caution.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Real quick.
He was in place in line for the lucky dog, and he spun. Tough break for Corey Crandall. Go back and replay that for you. Yeah, he's in the lucky dog spot, Goes to get back on the throttle and the truck just comes around, locks it down. Doesn't hit anything. Good save for Corey, but he loses the chance of getting a free pass, although that will go to the 14 of Joseph Klein, I believe. Field is just catching the pace car. So next time by, possibly, I think. It's hard to keep track of when this is going to get handed out. Yep, this should be at this time. He's starting to roll forward. Oh. There we go. Now he got it. 14 going around getting his lap back. The opportunity he needed. Good break for the 14 truck. Tough break for the 35. Fortunately, no damage. That's going to give us 7 trucks on the lead lap, 3 that are 1 lap down. Again, we'd have another one, but Brendan Decker got caught on pit road after getting the lucky dog under that stage caution and got put back a lap down while he was getting serviced on pit road. So tough break for him, as he had earned the free pass on the first caution at the end of stage 1. So See how all this fires off for these guys. New leader, 52, Mr. Kennedy. He'll be in charge of the restart here, so this could be big. Give him an opportunity to maybe get clear of the 66, but obviously that high side has shown itself to be pretty strong. That's where Michael was on the last restart when Todd was in the lead. So watch these guys as they come here around 3 and 4 into the restart zone now. Green is out. 52 goes for the early jump. 66 is right there with them side by side into turn 1. 66 has a nose on him and it's going to have that high line. Clears the 52. 52 hugs the bottom and is now getting past. Oh no. Black flag for the 52. Take it as speeding. He was the control car. Unless he had to have been going too fast when hitting the restart zone. Bummer, 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 bummer for the 52. That's gonna hurt him bad as he is back out on the track, right in front of the leaders now. Oh, the 33 sideways back there in the back for 4th. Trying to get by Edwin for 3rd place. Edwin's got that high line, got the momentum. Trevor tucks back in behind him. Alex Fuller right there on the tail end of Trevor. Now he's got the 31 of Brendan Decker underneath him. Alex has got to contend with that. Brendan again a lap down, but he is in the lucky dog spot currently. Everybody kind of gets single file for the most part here. The 14 and the 80 are side by side out of turn 2. Woo, that's 30. Oh, the 16. The 16 and 33 have been painting the wall, it looks like on my screen. Maybe netcode because they're not registering contact, but man, those hits look hard. Another scrape for the 16, it looks like. It's just most likely iRacing is playing with me and just netcoding these guys, showing them in the wall, but still, you see it. 33 up real high. May have touched the wall in turn 1. He comes back down on the exit of 2 to clear himself. The 31 is looking. Again, this isn't for position. The 31 is not on the lead lap currently. 33 gets loose in the center exit. Keeps it straight. 52, Michael Kennedy. Again, on the tail end of the lead lap with that drive-through penalty from the restart. Like I said, I would assume it's speeding. Jumping the restart by being too fast before entering the zone. But he's got the 66 of Todd Smith on his tail. We have 41 laps to go in this stage. And Todd Smith is in the same area where he was about the time, 20-some laps in, when he took the lead in the first stage and almost lapped the whole field. And he's already got a 3.5 second gap over second, and he is on the move. So we'll see how this stage works out for Todd and the rest of the field here. It's been a good one, Kyle. Good to hear from you. Sorry you weren't able to make it tonight. We had a pretty clean stage 1. No cautions or nothing like that. Stage 2, we had an early caution here in stage 2 a few laps ago. No damage, but a short yellow to reset the field. And we're watching the Todd Smith show. He completed stage 1 with over a 13-second lead over second place. Lapped himself all the way up to 6th. He's been pretty dominant so far tonight. the early part of this race. Now he's about to put the 52, who on the restart was the leader, got black flagged, had to serve a drive-through, came out in front of the leader and is trying his best to stay from going a lap down. But I think that's almost inevitable with the pace that 66 has had. If we check back here a little bit further, closest battle on track for position actually just changed. It's, oh no, the 35 locks her up. Jumps to pits. Let's go back and take a look here, see what we missed. Oh, got loose and he went to catch it. Oh, nose first into the wall. And now back live, we see the 66 putting the 52 a lap down. 35 is on pit road. The 52 holding on the best he can on that outside line. Trying to carry that momentum. That 66 has been pretty good down on the bottom. Gets the drive off, but that 52 has the momentum right now. It's going to take a little bit of work for the 66 to complete this. Now he's got a chance for a slide job. Stays down on the bottom. 52 is going to have that run again. 66 down low. 52 drives in a little bit deep. Now the 66 is clear, really close. Yeah, I think he's got him now. Now he can exit all the way up to the wall, not worry about pinching the truck on exit. Alright, so that puts Michael Kennedy a lap down. He is in 7th place. That leaves us 6 trucks on the lead lap.
Hey, good stuff there. What's the position, man? Maybe we'll rebound, I hope.
Nolan is in 2nd, 4.3 back. Edwin, P3. Great run for him. Knight started out with a super tight truck with having problems on exit. Looks like he's got things figured out in a much more comfortable rhythm for him on the handling of this truck. So I think the biggest thing some of these guys have got to worry about now is once you got the pace, make sure you hold it throughout the run, because we're just halfway through this stage, and if Todd gets on a run like he did in the first stage, he's going to start seeing these guys, and you don't want to go a lap down going into the completion of stage 2 and the beginning of the final stage, because you don't know if you're going to have any cautions to get you back on the lead lap. But he is sitting good there in 3rd. Trevor's sitting in 4th currently. He doesn't have any battles right behind him. This is a 31 trying to get around, but the 31 is lap down. Right now he is the 2nd. He would not be in the lucky dog spot now that the 52 has been lapped by the 66. We've been working hard though, trying to get by Trevor here for the past 20 laps. Back behind them is the 5th place truck of Alex Fuller. He started P2 tonight. He's had a fast truck. Definitely trying to keep it off the wall. Probably using a little bit more of the right front tire and the right rear on exit. But Harley Quinn has been fast tonight. He's just probably trying to find a way to manage these tires, get more out of it this stage. Then Joseph Klein. Rough night for him at the start of the race. Started from pit road. Let the leaders go by when he got caught pretty quickly. It was just sounded like he had issues with the handle of the truck. Just got the lucky dog on that last caution. Got back on the lead lap, but still fighting the handling on the truck, but just trying to manage and get through to the end. Doing a great job. Currently running P6, the last truck on the lead lap. Now I will say he is 14.7 seconds off of the lead, which means he's about 7-8 seconds from being caught by Todd Smith. He just tagged the wall out of turn 2 there and lost a little bit of time. He's got the 80 of Mark Owlett right there behind him. Mark is 1 lap down in P9. And update for the crowd, the 35 of Corey Crandall has called it a night. He is out of the race for the evening. Check back in here. The 52 has not let go of the 66. Again, 52 has had a fast truck. Black flag on this last restart. Had to do a drive-through, put him out right in front of the leaders, and Todd has just been just fast enough to get to him and get by him, but the 52 is not letting Todd get away. So he is showing a bit of this raw speed he's had. Going to try to stay in that lucky dog position, because if Todd catches anybody and puts them a lap down, then 52 isn't the lucky dog when stage 2 ends here in another 23.2 laps. Right now, fastest truck on the track is the 66, just ran a 22.8. So he's 1 second off of his pace of his fastest lap tonight. He is one of 2 trucks that have broken the 21-second barrier on a race lap, and that is him in a 21.81, and Alex Fuller in the 16 has run a 21.97. Everybody else's fastest laps have been in the 22-second bracket. Jump on board here on the roof cam with Edwin James, right along with the Waffle House Toyota. See the 84 go up the track a little bit on entry, just overdrove it just a bit, got it slowed down and turned down. Edwin got a little tight there on exit. He got a little too excited on the throttle. You got to let that truck rotate just a little bit more. Back in turn 3 here. See if he lets it rotate a little bit more before. Yep, sure does. A little more patience there. Doesn't get squirrely on exit. Joseph Klein is going to have the 66 on his rear bumper here pretty soon to go a lap down. He is just roughly 1.5 seconds ahead of the leader. Alex Fuller has caught Trevor Benz. They are side by side. Alex puts it down on the apron and entry. Gonna clear the 33. Up into the wall, sparks flying. Alex Fuller moves up to P4. Trevor Benz back to P5. They've got to worry about consistent laps for the next 16.5 laps. Trying to keep that gap. Leader's only really 9 seconds back of catching them at this pace. But again, he is knocking on the door of the 14. 14 is going to go a lap down here, but then that puts him in the free pass spot currently, but he doesn't have to look that far behind him. The 52, Michael Kennedy, is coming behind him, and the 52 has had close to the same amount of speed as the 66, so I think he's going to be able to get by him without too much of an issue, but we'll see. This is a battle for position. This is a battle for that lucky dog. We'll see what these drivers do here to try to be in that position when the yellow comes out at the end of stage 2, or beforehand if we have an incident, as long as it doesn't involve them. Wide shot from the tower. You see the 52 has that momentum. 14 enters a little high. 52 gets underneath him, side by side in the middle of 3 and 4. Out of the corner, down the straight, side by side still as the 52 dives down, goes for the slide job. Keeps it down there, doesn't come all the way up. Lets it rotate and gets the position. So right now, move the 52 up to 6th place and in the lucky dog spot. Now the next alert's going to be for the 33. He's about 7 seconds in front of the leader with 12 laps to go in the stage. Think he'll be okay, but if his truck falls off, he may be in danger. There's Trevor. Drops low to let the 31 by, maybe? No. Just running the bottom. Alright. Trevor just lost another second and a half that lap, so now he's only 5 seconds ahead. 5.5 ahead of Todd Smith. We're at 10 to go. Let's ride along with the race leader. See what he's doing. Some magical speed he has tonight. Just really being able to keep the truck underneath him and take care of these tires. Using a little bit of that lower seam where the banking is less to help get the left side tires down there and help the truck rotate a little bit. Lets it roll up on entry and then gets it turned down and tries to get a little bit straighter of an exit, but he is putting in a lot of wheel there in the center of the corner. But it's fast. He's been making it happen again, still currently just hovering right around a second off of his fastest lap of the race. So about a second drop off in pace. 54 laps into 52 laps into this run since he pitted. Trevor Benz is falling back into the clutches of that 66 with just coming to what, 5.5 to go. So, and he's P5, so P5 is when the caution comes out. So he's gotta stay in front of the leader. Even after the leader crosses, Trevor's got to still get around so the yellow can come out. So right with Todd here, the patience that he has in not burping the throttle too soon. He's letting the truck rotate, getting it turned. Oh, Trevor's right there. We're at 4 laps to go. Michael Kennedy's like, please do not fall behind. He wants that lucky dog. He's been able to keep pace. He's fallen off a couple seconds behind Todd here, but he has been the closest one on speed all night. Todd is back up to a 13.5 second lead over second place. Nolan Nelson to 84. As he comes by this time, Todd will cross the line. It'll be 2 to go. Pits will be closed this time by. There it is. So now we're looking, okay, what does he do here? He's coming to 1 to go on the stage. The 33 is not for position, but the 33 is a spot, right? I mean, it's a competitor that if he's a lap down, it's harder to race for the lead. 1 to go in stage 2. Oh no, the 33's up in the wall. Into the wall again. 66 sends it. Wow. Alright, he's completed the stage. Stage 2 winner, Todd Smith. The 33 has to get around here and complete the stage.
I left it because I didn't know if I still got you, if it would count or not.
It's all good.
Caution. Get yourself something to drink. Get a deep breath.
Pace truck out there just flying.
It said it was open as soon as I was about to go by it. Man. That'll cost me.
Yeah, that pace truck was flying out of pit road. That caution came when 5th place crosses the line, and that's why it was so late for you, is because Trevor was right in front of you in 5th. So that's just bad timing for the yellow in the system. Tough break for Todd. It didn't let him know pits were open until he was right past the entry, because the pace truck was flying off pit road. There's no lighting system at this track, so you just got to follow the heads-up display that iRacing has. So the rest of the trucks that also didn't go down pit road the first time will come down with him. So he's not going to lose all of that. But Michael Kennedy does get the lucky dog. Now he's got to try to get around. And I think he has. He was able to catch the field, right? No? No. He's leaving pit road now. So that is going to leave him... It will leave him in front of leaders. I think... We're going to have to keep an eye on that, because he's going to be held by the pace truck, I believe. Yep, he does get held by the pace truck, because he went on pit road and the pace truck was able to pass by, so he loses that lap that he got back. Same thing happened.
What happened?
You guys pit a lap before we did because it didn't show us it was open until we went past the line.
Green flag.
Green is out.
I got a black flag.
What's it for? What's it say?
It says face speed.
Were you supposed to be on the front row?
Yeah,
Caution
but me and Ed
somewhere,
were catching
caution.
up. Me and Ed
Throughout
were
the course
catching
of that
up to
last
the
run,
face
did you
truck.
see any rubber laying
So we
down
had
at
that
all?
gap.
During that, we had a wreck.
Need to check the pace truck for a hot motor. Yeah.
Inside of Trevor here. Gets loose. Snaps, comes right around in front of the 16. Nowhere to go.
Lucky dog coming around. Trevor, what all was that y'all was on the radio about?
What?
I don't know. There's a bunch of talking on the radio on that restart. What was all that about? I wasn't even paying attention.
Trevor has a black flag for speed at the restart, I believe.
Is that not the same thing they got the 52? I'm just asking because I don't know.
It doesn't tell me, but I assume so, because he had to do a drive-through.
Hey, boy, that's odd. That's crazy. I wonder. I don't know what's going on. That sucks. It said. Oh my.
I'm also confused.
It said that I passed you before the start-finish line. And you were the leader, wasn't you? You were. I thought on that one restart with you that you were the leader. I don't know.
Yeah, Todd, you had a 13-second lead at the end of stage 1. You came out with the lead ahead of everybody. All right, they're stacked back up. So I have a black flag out there for a couple of drivers. The 52 has one as well. I think his was for Lucky Dog though. Goes down pit road. Shows a black flag. I believe the 52 entered closed pits. Do you have a black flag for entering closed pits?
He's saying I do, yeah.
Yeah, it shows you entered when they were taking one to go, so the pits were closed. You'll have to serve that. Trevor Benz went to serve his penalty and called it a night. 52's coming down pit road to serve his penalty. Battle for the lead, Edwin James, Todd Smith. Todd looks to the inside of the 46. Come back out. He is in 7th, 1 lap down, but he is right in front of the leaders to go 2 laps down after serving his penalty. This mix up with the penalties and pitting and everything has put us to 4 cars on the lead lap. The 46, 66, 84, and 16. The 14, Joseph Klein, 1 lap down. 31 and Brendan Decker, 1 lap down in 6th. And Michael Kennedy again, like I was saying, 1 lap down, but he's on the verge of going 2 down if the leaders catch him. The 46 trying to hold off the 66 the best he can. They touched. At least it looked like it did on my end. They were super close. Side by side for the lead. 66 drives it in high. The 46 goes low, and then they kind of meet in the middle in the center of the corner, and they come out side by side again. 66 getting a good entry in, has to back it down, comes down a bit in the center to try to just get good exit. That time the 46 gets loose out of turn 4, had to put a little bit more wheel into it to keep from sliding up. Making contact with the 66, gets him loose enough to where he does give that position up. New leader 66, Todd Smith. But the top 4 all in the lead lap are all right there. Now this run still has 59 laps to go. I don't know if they'll stay that close for the whole run. That 66 has been killer on the long runs. So we'll have to see what happens here. A lot of drivers 1 lap down, hoping for a caution, hoping not to be the caution, but now we're down to 8 trucks on the track from the 10 that we started with, as the 35 of Corey Crandall retired early in the race, and the 33 of Trevor Benz retired as well just recently after getting a penalty.
Hey, good racing there, Edwin, man. That was good stuff. Yes, sir.
Todd Smith flying by. He's got 0.8 of a second lead over Edwin now. Trying to stretch that out a little bit, as again, that truck has been a long run truck. It's been carrying speed throughout the run in the first and second stage. Won both of the first and second stages by double digits in seconds. .46 really trying to keep pace the best he can. He's been managing his tires better as the night has gone on. Definitely took a favor to getting the start on the pole for the restart of the stage 3, because he hit pits the first time by when the leader didn't get a chance to, because the pace truck was flying. But that strategy and that play, that just how things worked out, gave him a little bit more track position for these past 2 restarts, and now he's trying to keep it, and he's doing a pretty good job. Nolan and Alex were the reason for the last caution. Nolan got loose and Alex had nowhere to go. They got their trucks fixed, both of them using fast repairs, and they are 3rd and 4th. And again, those are the 4 trucks that are on the lead lap. That is it. And these guys are still putting in some really good laps. You can see all 4 of them still in the camera shot there. Another truck to give a shout out to for tonight has been the 14 of Joseph Klein. Just has not had the pace from the start. Been working really hard on just trying to get to the end, staying out of trouble, and he is currently in 5th. He has the 31 on his tail though, and that is a battle for position. That is 5th and 6th. And you see the 14 get super loose on turn 4 exit there. He got sideways as all heck. And now he's going to try to cross the 31 over. Nope. Gets tight. Lets him by. He hasn't had the handle on the truck tonight. It just hasn't come to, but he has been doing a really good job of trying to survive, making it to the end, and gaining valuable points. And he's doing it. And running 6th now as the 31 is moved up to 5th. So that'll put Brendan Decker as our lucky dog if we do have another caution currently. Michael Kennedy in 7th. 2 black flags tonight have put him on the back foot in stage 2 and now in stage 3. That's going to be difficult without some cautions to really help him out. With a smaller field, cautions are less likely. So we'll see how that plays out for him, but he is trying his best to get another shot at racing for a win. But he is in 7th. He is staying in a pretty decent gap from the leaders. He's running a faster lap time than the leader right now, so doing what he can to try to not go 2 laps down, because that's pretty detrimental at that point. You don't get when you have trucks that are 1 lap down, they're getting the lucky dogs, not the truck 2 laps down. So excuse me. 66 gonna slide up there pretty close to the wall. Tight battle here, closing up. Battle for second. 46, Edwin James is MP2. The 84, Nolan Millens is on his rear bumper. And right behind him is Alex Fuller, just under a second back. So these three drivers pretty close, all for position second, third, and fourth. Right along here on the 84 here for a bit. Right on the rear bumper of the 46 is the 84 Nolan Millens here. He is getting closer and closer. And now right behind him is Alex Fuller. Like, they are all right on top of each other. And I think we're going to see a heck of a battle here for second, third, and fourth between these three drivers. Battle happening up just over 4 seconds behind Todd Smith, again out on the lead by himself. Joseph Klein is on pit road. I'm wondering if he has finally said that's enough. That's going to leave us seven trucks in the race. Field is getting thinner and thinner. Takes a peek to the inside, corner entry. 46 trying to be as consistent as he can on corner entry, corner exit, just trying to stay in a rhythm. And it's hard when you got a couple trucks breathing down your back here. So the 84 got really close there in turn 3. Just had nowhere to go with his run. Staying tucked in right behind the 46, just trying to get that drive off on corner exit. Bump to the 46. And then he's got to burp it just a little bit. He was getting tight. Looks to the inside, going into 3. Nothing there yet. Starts to slide up. Now the 16 looks underneath the 84. 16 all the way down to that low lane. Left side tires on the apron. And I think he almost cleared him. Almost. That was a heck of a corner for the 16 to get that truck to rotate down there on the apron. So let's see, does he do it again? 46 scrubs the wall. 16 runs higher this time. Oh, 84 into the wall. Now he gets that drive down low. It's going to get him beside the 46, but he doesn't have the momentum just yet. Now he's looking for it. Gets down on the apron on corner exit. Drive off. He's going to do it again down low. Bottom line, and he can turn down under the apron. And he clears the 46. The 46 looks for the crossover. Now the 46, is he going to do what the 16 did? No, he doesn't turn down. Alright, Alex Fuller, P4 to P2 in just a couple laps there with a couple really good moves. Using the bottom of the track to make passes on the 84 and the 46. Oh, well, that was happening. We're at 25 laps to go in the race, and Todd Smith is out to an 8-second gap over these guys. Todd is starting to catch the 52 of Michael Kennedy a little bit, though. Lap times are in favor of the 66, doing what he's been doing, just managing the tires on that truck, getting better life out of them, better speed, and the longer the run goes. He's been able to stretch out really big leads tonight, and it looks like it's not going to stop here on this final stage. As the 16, though, starts to pull away from the 46 and 84. And they are left to battle each other with the 31 looking on. Again, he is one lap down in 5th. If he wasn't a lap down, that would be right for spot, because that's 4th and 3rd right in front of him. He's been making these laps, just begging for a yellow. With just 7 trucks on track, a yellow is highly unlikely. We're at 22 laps to go. Heck of a battle for 3rd. This is for a podium spot between these drivers. '46 has it, 84 wants it, and the 84 hasn't gone anywhere. He has been on the back bumper of this 46 for a while. Now he turns down, gets underneath the 46. Can't get the drive off though. Has to fall back in line. Slides up. Oh, really close contact with the 31. He had to whoa up. The 84 definitely lost some momentum there on corner entry, but got it back in the center. Good heads up driving by the 31, not to just plow into him either. Good driving. Now he's back underneath. Here we go. Is he got position going into the corner? He has it, but the 46 holds strong in the center. Now let's see, drive off. 84 slides up, they get really close. He doesn't gain anything in advance, but he is there. Now he's making the 46 run a little bit higher. 46 gets clear, but he kind of there. Yep, there he goes. Now the 84 falls back in line. So the 84 is just trying to work out the best time to make this move. We are at 18 laps to go. The 46 is definitely holding back on the 84, just holding them back just a little bit. But they are pretty equally matched, and they're really putting on a heck of a race. This is fun to watch. Gets a little loose there out of 4. And I mean, his position is, you know, he's trying not to get in the way. He's got a fast truck. He's just 1 lap down. He's still just waiting for a yellow. If these two get together, he gets lucky dog. So that 84 is hunting. He's trying. He is really trying to do anything he can to get position. And he does on the high side on the 46. This may be the break. This may be what he needs. Keep the 46 pinched low. And he clears him. Nolan Mills up to 3rd. Another great battle for position.
Thank you, Michael.
Now in that battle, while they were battling, they went from 8 seconds off the lead to 14 seconds off the lead, and they lost 4 seconds to Alex Fuller. So these battles have been costly in terms of time on track, but again, small field, light positions, you're trying to hold on to a podium. I mean, that was a battle for a top 3 spot. That's a battle for interviews. And these trucks, these guys have done what they needed to do to stay on the lead lap tonight in what has been a dominant race by the 66 of Todd Smith. We see the 46 get into the wall there a little bit. Looks like no damage, no harm, no foul. As he's just trying to manage it now. He's the last car on the lead lap. The next truck behind him for position is the 31, but the 31 is a lap down. So just got to take care of the truck. 12 laps to go. Almost there. Nolan has been able to pull away by about a second, just over a second. And he is still about 4 seconds or so behind Alex Fuller. Alex is 11.6 seconds behind Todd. Todd has gotten by the 52 and put him a second lap down. And now he has set sail for the next trucks in line, will be the 31 and the 46. 9 laps to go for Todd Smith. He has led so far 149 laps and counting in tonight's 200 lap race. Been a heck of a show of a really strong truck, really strong driver, putting everything together tonight and making these green flag runs count. He's been able to take care of those tires, be fast, but he's been able to manage it and carry that speed. The fall off for him has not been near as bad as everybody else's, and he has shown that throughout the night. From lap 20 on, he has been a truck to beat. He took the lead, didn't look back in stage 1, held the lead, didn't look back in stage 2. In stage 3, he pits the pitting, the iRacing pit system not opening in time at the end of stage 2 got him where he wasn't in the lead, but got it back in a decent amount of time and early in stage 3, worked his way through, got the lead, and has again checked out to a 13-second lead, just like he did in the first 2 stages. this time by. It'll be 5 laps to go, 5 laps remaining for our leader. Now we're 4 to go. Ooh, little sideways there. Out of turn 4. 3 laps remaining for Todd Smith as he is closing in on 5th and 4th place. Starting to see him come into the camera shots here. Two laps to go. Second lead now from Mr. Todd Smith. Comes out of turn 4, sees the white flag. 1 to go. .14.5 second lead. Let those boys in front of him have their fun. He's going to come into turn 3 really low. Come up out of the hill here, run it low out of turn 4, and take the checkered flag for Todd Smith tonight, our winner at the Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. 200 lapper in the Craftsman Truck Series for First Gear Racing. Congrats to Todd Smith. Alex Fuller's going to bring it home second. And he waits for Nolan to just cross and barely beat him. Nolan gets third. Edwin comes home fourth. Brendan Decker gets fifth. Michael Kennedy has already parked it and got out. Mark's going to come home seventh tonight. Great drive by those drivers. We'll get to interview a few of them here as soon as they get ready, as we see Todd burning it down. He's going to slide down across the start finish line. Pull it into victory lane right there. There we go. Burn it down, high side. Great job, drive. Great drive tonight. That was fun. That was dominant. Ends up being an 18.42 second lead. Big win by margin, and a dominant race tonight for a total of 158 laps led of the 200. Won both stages, max points. He is our points leader coming in, and he's not letting that go with another win. Put in the books as he burns it down coming around the track. That's so awesome. Let's go back a few laps here. Just got to create a little bit of a gap. And we will slow it down, and we will go to our third place driver, Mr. Nolan Mills. We'll get him in here. Nolan, it's Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
Well, hey, man, congratulations on a P3 tonight. I know it didn't go without a little bit of craziness there to start stage 3 with a little bit of a slide out of turn 4, but still able to bring her home and get a podium tonight. Great job. Truck looked, the track seemed like it was like tight entry, loose off. Was that kind of your feeling throughout the night?
Yeah, mine was, especially on that last run. I put a full tank of fuel in it thinking that would help me rotate, and it helped a little too much. So It wasn't until the last 20 laps I could really kind of like comfortably use the front end grip that I had actually saved up on that last one. I should have taken tires after I spun. I didn't, so I didn't have the full grip I needed. I lost about 3% out of the tires, but yeah, it was just tight everywhere. It depends on who. It was a really technical track. It really depends on who you ask. Todd didn't get tight or didn't get loose the entire time, and he just figured it out. It was awesome. But me, I was tight. I could get loose. It depended on if I had full fuel or not. Yeah, I kind of got better as the runs went on, as so long as I saved my front tire. But yeah, it was mostly tight.
Yeah, I gotcha. And it seemed like everybody kind of had that some sort of semblance to it, other than, like you said, Todd. He had it on rails tonight. It was going to be hard to do anything. It looked like for anybody to be really super competitive against him. The only truck that I really saw that even had close to at least some raw speed was the 52, but he didn't have the long run. Todd, like, his tires didn't drop off. It was kind of like he just constantly kept putting out really good laps after lap after lap, where you could see the fall off with everybody else tonight. And with a smaller field, less cautions, it was really hard to see about anybody kind of getting a chance to maybe get there to him. You had a fast truck all night. You ran up in the top 5 the entire race, even with the spin and the contact with Alex there at the beginning of stage 3. You still came out and restarted, I think, 3rd and 4th. You guys are 4th and 5th, maybe. I can't remember. It was 3rd and 4th, I think it was.
Yeah, on the outside, kind of lucked out. I was right where I spun from, I think. So.
Right, but otherwise, still a really good race for you. And again, the top 3, nothing to shake a stick at a track like this. That definitely showed, it did take some of that characteristics of handling. It's a little tougher track. I even see that when they come here in real life. A lot of drivers have issues trying to make it around this track and carry a lot of speed. So, great job tonight, great drive, and congratulations on that 3rd place, man.
Thank you. Shout out to Edwin too, because I had a great battle with him. It was really fun.
Yeah, that was a really fun battle to watch. I mean, when you only have so many trucks on track, whenever the thing says, "Hey, you have a battle for position," you stick the camera on there and you watch it. And he had a good one with Todd for the lead there for a bit, and then when you got to him, and I mean that was a long battle. I mean, such a long battle that Alex got by both of y'all and said, "All right, I'm out." And said, "You guys figure it out," and it was fun to watch. Great drive, great battle for both of you guys, and again, congratulations on 3rd. I'm gonna give you the floor, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Just everyone for showing up, honestly, because I had to buy the track, and I guess a couple other guys did. I'm assuming that was some of the limiting factor for people that not showing up, and no shade to anyone who didn't, but it's just awesome. The amount of people we did have, I had a lot of fun. I didn't never practiced this track. I had a hard time. I thought I sucked, and then I ended up getting a top 3, learning it. So yeah, just thanks to everyone who showed up, because that was actually a lot of fun. So
yeah, it was a good time. I know this track isn't on a lot of people's list for tracks to own. I was born and raised and lived in Indianapolis. Went to this track as a child. It was one of the first tracks I bought when I got on the sim. I may not ever really race it, but it's there for whenever it arises. And for me, I would have been game for it. And it was fun to get to call and watch the battles, because it was you could tell these trucks were a bit of a handful at times, and you could see what drivers were kind of going through trying to get the consistency out of these trucks, and it was fun to watch. It was a really good time.
Yeah, man, I agree. I had a good time. It was definitely worth it.
Absolutely, man. Well, again, congratulations. We're gonna let you go, and we'll see you back here soon. Okay, buddy?
All right.
All right. You have a good night.
You too.
All right. That's Nolan, our P3 finisher. Now we'll bring in Alex Fuller. Let's get him in here. Alex is chasing in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Heck of a night. Harley Quinn was on rails tonight. Obviously, the track is tough. The trucks were seemingly tight, and then they would kind of get a little handful of loose on exit. I saw a lot of that from you in practice. You were fast. You put up good speeds, but you could see a lot of times you were getting some spin outs, and then it came to race time and you really hunkered down. looked like you were letting that truck kind of stay tight off of. And I don't know if it was happening on your end, but on my end, the right side of your truck was into the wall out of the turns 2 and turns 4 a lot tonight. A lot of dust coming off, a lot of sparks. But you kept her straight and kept her solid in that last stage. You had a 2-for-1 there when Nolan and Edwin got to battling, and you worked your way past both of them and checked out and got yourself a P2 tonight.
Yeah, the good thing about sim racing is during practice, when I'm doing one lap qualifying runs, doesn't really matter how hard I push and spin and hit the wall.
Right.
There's always another truck.
That's right. Just got a reset button. It's all good.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, probably should have practiced a long run speed, but at the end, I'm never think P2 is good enough. But yeah, probably should have practiced a little bit of that long run speed.
Yeah, that definitely was something that nobody seemed to really have tonight, other than the 66. He had it figured out, and he's, I don't know how much time he has at this track either, but he definitely seemed to hammer that out. He practiced it, ran long runs in practice, did a lot of laps, and then come out here and was able to really keep a steady truck throughout the run. He didn't have as much drop off, took care of the tires, and kind of flexed his muscle tonight, and that was impressive to see because this track is tough. So great job by him for doing that. But for a lot of you guys that, like I was just talking to Nolan, he just bought the track. I know Trevor had just bought the track. I think a couple other guys had just bought the track. So not a lot of laps in. That's a whole nother thing, right? That's a whole nother beast when you just get into something too. So great drive tonight. Nothing wrong with P2. That's like a win. When the leader's so far gone, I mean, somebody's got to be the next guy in line, and you had that second best truck tonight. So congratulations to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody you want to? I'm gonna give you the floor. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks to tonight?
I'll probably just rest the field. It was fun. I worked on I know Edwin, Nolan, and I, we were probably a second within each other for a long time, but it took me 40 laps to get to Nolan, and then another like 20 to pass him. It was hard work to pass those trucks. It's a lot of fun though.
Yeah, it was fun to watch the battles that were happening on track, the side-by-side racing where, the low side would work, and you actually made it work magical with your passes on Nolan and Edwin. Was you were actually able to get your left side tires down on the apron on corner exit and have drive off. It was, those passes you made were something I hadn't seen anybody do that low, and make it work. So that was a heck of a job. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, there's definitely some turn right to go turn left moments when I was making those passes on the apron. It was a little sketchy.
Well, sketchy or not, it was fun to watch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, again, great job tonight. We appreciate you racing tonight. Congratulations on P2, and we'll see you back on the track soon, okay, buddy?
Sounds good. Appreciate it, Jason.
All right, you have a good night.
You too.
All right, that's Alex Fuller, our P2 finisher tonight. And now it's time to bring in the big dog. Let's get him down here. Todd Smith. This is Jason in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, Jason?
What's up, brother? Man, you were flying tonight.
Man, I found something in practice that worked.
Yeah, you found it all right. You ran a lot of laps in practice. You did a long run. You put in the testing early in that practice session that really looked like it paid off all night tonight. And that truck really looked solid. Whatever magic you found, it brought back flashbacks of 2 years ago, Rockingham in the trucks. You were just links above the field for the most part. Each stage you won by over 13 seconds. The final number here at the line was 18. Very dominant truck. Great drive tonight. You swept the stages. You led 158 laps tonight of the 200, so pretty darn dominant run.
Not bad.
I really only have good things to say. I don't even be like, did you even have an issue? Because we didn't see one. I went looking. I know the pit road thing at the end of stage 2. The pace truck flew out there, and and got, I mean, that thing was screeching tires down the back stretch into turn 3, and I know you didn't get enough time to pit the first time around, but I mean, I
Yeah, it's
call that,
okay. It could
yeah,
have
I mean,
been
it wasn't that
partially
bad. Yeah.
me. But
Other than
dude,
that,
this
that
damn
was
truck, I
sweet.
never got loose. I could run the bottom. How about me running the bottom at the first of it, man? That was working for me for a minute.
Yeah.
I just figured it would kill the tires, so I tried to make hay while I could for the first handful of laps if it would help me, which it did. And then I told myself, like, as soon as it started and it was working a little bit, I'm like, well, I'm gonna try this for a few laps. If I can get by a couple guys or something there, because I kind of fell back to fourth, I think, on the start. If I can get by a couple of them, maybe, then I'll get back to the high side. And that kind of worked for me too. I got lucky there, but good truck. I mean, track worked out. I was worried going in, be one of them fests where everybody couldn't drive it. It was too slick. But then, with it being dark and it getting cool, it really worked. So then I was scared everybody would be pushing real hard, like a dump truck.
Yeah.
But in the mirror and in front of me, it looked like it was a lot of good racing. I hope it was a good broadcast, a good, some good entertainment.
Yeah, there was some good side by side battles. There was a lot of, similar styled trucks. They were driving the same. So when you get down on the bottom inside somebody, the truck naturally wanted to push up. So these guys really had to work the throttle and be consistent to try to make something happen. And it was some fun racing. It was a blast to see. I love this track. I grew up in Indy. I went to this track hundreds, if not thousands, of times as a kid. It's fun that we got to come here and get to race it. I'm excited that the trucks do it for real again, because I used to remember back when NASCAR first came to Indy, they would run the trucks here 2 nights before the Brickyard. So I'd come here on Friday
Wow,
night, watch
nice.
the race, Saturday go do Xfinity, and Xfinity came here too back then in the beginning. So you had trucks and
Yeah.
Xfinity here night to night, and then the Sunday you'd go to the big track and go watch the Brickyard.
That would be awesome to do.
And so it always brings back a lot to get to even think of those memories when watching us do it on a sim, and it really drives the way that it does in real life. The high line is usually the way around it in these trucks, that because of how tight it is, and you see these trucks, most of them get loose off, certainly due to the higher temps. Certainly when they run it a little
Yeah.
bit earlier in the day, they don't always run it at night. I think last year was kind of in the same time frame as ours was, where it was, some of it was in day and it was a hot day. But it was fun to watch, and it was fun to see that 66 just get out and go. I mean, you're the points leader for a reason in this truck series. You've done what's needed to be done throughout the season. I had it up there before the race. I mean, this will be your first win in the truck series this season.
Wow, really?
And
Oh, that's awesome.
And you came in tonight with a 37-point lead over Nolan, and Nolan had a pretty decent night, but you took max points. So with only 2 races now left going into the playoffs, you've pretty much set yourself up to be up near the top, and that win helps because you need those. You have 3 stage wins before tonight, so now you're at 5. So there's 5 stage wins and a race win to cap off what has been a really exceptional season, because you've had 5 top 5s, 9 top 10s. You've scored the most points so far, and now we're getting into the end of the season, right? The end of the regular season before the playoffs.
Right.
And now it's time to get hot. And Todd Smith, you got hot tonight. Next week we're off, but in 2 weeks we go to Watkins Glen, and I know you've never been scared of a road course. So, I kind of would expect maybe the same to happen then. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'm gonna go. Hopefully, we're talking again in the next week. So
right,
we'll see.
right. But great job again tonight, man. It was fun to watch. Congratulations on the sweep of the stages. Get max points. Pad that points lead a little bit as we get closer to the playoffs. Before I let you go for the night, the floor is yours. Anybody you want to give a shout out to or thanks to?
Just everybody here. I enjoy the league still. I get along with most everybody. Everybody has ups and downs and shit, and I live and learn from mistakes. Coming tonight, just hoping to have a pretty good day. Try for a top 5 and keep it clean. I think I did pretty good. I didn't really make anybody mad, make any bad moves. I've got to tidy myself up again. I've gotten out of hand a little bit because I made some mistakes recently in all 3 series, so just look forward to racing with everybody again. Every Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Thank you,
Absolutely,
everybody.
man. Absolutely, and we appreciate you being a part of the league. You've been here since the beginning, and you're a constant week in, week out racer. Even when you're on vacation at the beach, you're checking in and checking in with us and stuff, and partaking in it, and we appreciate that because that's what we're about. We want to have guys that are like-minded and enjoy racing, and we get together and have some fun as many nights of the week as we can. And we've got a lot of things coming down the pipe. We just ended a couple seasons with the IndyCar and the Gen 6. We're getting ready to roll out some other stuff too. The trucks, we still have a whole playoff round to do. The next gens, we've got still a couple more playoff rounds to do. Which I mean, there's just a lot going on. So we appreciate you being a part of it. And like I said, great run tonight. That was fun to watch and fun to call. And I'm glad I wasn't on track though, because I would have been like, man, Todd's 18 seconds ahead of me. I'd have been mad. I'd have been like, man, I gotta figure
Yeah,
this
we were
out.
talking about it. It was kind of one more call out though, real quick about Trevor, man. I know he did good, got the pole. He ran up front for a while, but may have had some tough luck or something. Had to call it night early. I hate to see him dip out, but the pole was a good start with his. What was it, a week off or whatever? He was on vacation, so
Yeah, well, just the
glad
weekend.
he's
He
back.
was just gone Friday and Saturday. He just went
Yeah,
out on the
okay.
boat for a couple days, but he came back today. Did some officials earlier in the day. Was really amped up, ready to get back on back on
Oh
track.
man,
And he's never raced this track before, so he bought it at like 3 this afternoon. So he,
gotcha.
which we had a couple guys do that didn't, had never raced here before. This was their first night.
Right.
So really good job of him getting pole. Big shout out to him because he didn't show that exact speed in practice. And then he came out in
Right.
qualifying and just laid it down on that first lap. And I was like, where'd this come from? He had a whole hour to practice. I didn't get to see that, but it was awesome. It was, and he had a really good run going. The restart penalty, I don't know. Again, I don't get the details of that. I just get shown that he got a black flag, but it doesn't tell me anything. So it's like if he's going too
Right.
fast, because the
Was
same
he the one with
thing
Kennedy or
happened
whatever
to
it was, the
Michael, too.
52?
Yeah, both
Yeah.
restarts.
And I was running the same speed, I thought, as him. He just jumped a hair earlier than me. Maybe that got him that extra little bit of speed
right.
before he should have had it or something, but he wasn't that much faster than me, I thought. That's why it was really weird. I was wondering
Yeah.
about both of those guys.
Both restarts looked pretty square on the broadcast side, so nothing looked.
Yeah, I
that
hate it for both of
blatant.
them on that aspect.
So that's kind of that's a bummer because both of them were on path to have really good nights, and of all
Yep.
the trucks that I saw on track tonight, especially the 52 was the one that had, I would say, second place speed.
For sure.
I don't know if it was the long run still hurt him, but it didn't hurt him as bad as the others, it seemed like. So he definitely seemed to have the raw speed at the early part of runs to kind of carry the same lap times as you or close to you. And then he wouldn't have as much fall off. So he definitely had a fast truck tonight too, and a couple of black flags ate him up and put him in a bad spot tonight. So fortunately, with the small field, he still comes home with a sixth place, but then it leaves you wondering, hey, what could have been, So,
Right.
but yeah, shout out to everybody that showed up tonight. I know we had a small field, just 10 drivers on track tonight, but still provided good racing here at this short track, and it was fun to watch. It was fun to call. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed it that was watching at home too.
Oh, yeah, always. I'm sure. I'm finna go and watch as much as I can until I fall asleep. I got to be up in about 5 hours.
Yeah, you better go get
all
your
right.
rest, man. Again, congratulations on the win. We have an off week this weekend because of the 4th of July. We'll probably do some fun stuff if we get some time. We're actually going to do some fun stuff tomorrow night in IndyCar. I actually got a lobby to put together that we're going to go to Las Vegas in the IndyCar for our first off week, just have some fun, do some testing. But I'm sure I'll see you on track here very soon, Todd. You have a great night, brother.
All right, man. You too. Appreciate it.
Yep, appreciate you. You have a good night. All right, and that's Todd Smith. Big winner tonight in the truck series. So again, next week, 4th of July weekend, No official points races, nothing going on with our series that we're going to have any major broadcasts. The truck series will be off next Sunday, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks, and we go to Watkins Glen. That should be a blast. And so 2 races remain in the regular season, and our points leader gets his first win of the season. I actually had to double check that when we were talking because I thought he had won. But this is his first win in the trucks this season, so congratulations to Todd Smith on a great drive. Again, big shout out to Alex Fuller and Nolan Milnes as getting top 3s as well. Edwin James with a P4, Brendan Decker P5, great drive. Michael Kennedy, a couple of really bad luck black flags that kind of put him in a really bad spot with having to serve those penalties, still comes home P6. And Mark Owlett, Mr. Canada, shows up and gets a P7 tonight. Congratulations to those drivers. We will see you all back on the air on Sunday night, 2 weeks from today. If we don't talk to you until then, have a happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, and we'll see you all soon. Thank you. Have a good night.